Representative Jones, it's always an honor to have you on the show. Look, I was looking forward to hearing from you as well as the other Tennessee Three. And I know that you guys were not able to actually speak at the convention because of timing. I want you to share with our viewers some kind of thoughts that you were going to say at the convention.
Yes, well, it is always an honor to join you, Katie. We will continue to lift up the message that states like Tennessee and the South matter, that if we want to build a new nation, we cannot neglect the South, that every state is worth fighting for. And what we saw last year when we were expelled for fighting for common sense gun laws that protect kids and not guns, what we saw was a real threat that Project 2025 and this authoritarian behavior of MAGA Republican extremists poses to this nation. And so we were going to lift up the message for the need to act with urgency and moral clarity and boldness to address the crisis of gun violence, and also connecting it to democracy, because 70% of Americans, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, are calling for common sense gun laws, and yet Republicans are choosing to answer to the NRA and the gun industry. And so again, our message is to say that every state is worth fighting in, that when we say we're not going back, that means leaving no state behind and ceding no territory to these extremists, and that Tennessee is not a red state, but it is a voter suppressed state, and that if we invest in these Republican controlled states, we can change them. Tennessee has the lowest voter turnout in the nation. If we want to change this nation, we have to look at the South. Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama. The South is not going to rise again, Katie, but I do believe that it can rise anew. We can build a new South that is multiracial, multi-generational, rooted in racial justice, rooted in economic justice, rooted in women's rights and LGBTQ rights. And that's the South we're fighting for here in Tennessee.
And the crowd would have gone wild, as I am. That would have been amazing. So I'm grateful that you took the time to share that with our viewers tuning in. It was your first convention, Representative. For all of us that were watching at home with a bit of FOMO, tell us how it was to be a part of this historic moment all week.
Yeah, I mean, it was my first convention, and as I walked on the convention floor, it was a sacred space. I was thinking about Fannie Lou Hamer, 1964. I was thinking about Shirley Chisholm, 1972. I was thinking about Jesse Jackson, 1988. All those who led to this moment, and to feel the excitement. I saw clips of the Republican convention, and it was so sad to see how less energy there was, having Little John come out, having Michelle Obama who lifted up this new call, when they go low, we fight back. That's kind of the new energy that we felt from her speech, which was a highlight. And of course, the vice president accepting this nomination, the first Black woman, the first Southeast Asian woman, making history. And again, Republicans always talk about banning Black history, but they cannot ban Black history when we're seeing Black history being made every day, including on that convention hall floor. It was almost like a pep rally for democracy, and the excitement was electric. It was also amazing to see so many young people. I mean, this is really what I want to lift up, is the importance of young people, that we are a party that is uplifting young voices, because that's what the future is about. That is the North Star of our party. And we must continue to center young voices if we're going to continue to transform this nation to what it ought to be and what it can be.
And I'm really glad that you brought that up, Representative, because people like Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, Congressman Maxwell Frost, you and others, this is a sign, is it not, that the future of the Democratic Party is young, strong, and motivated to make sure that change is effected, that keeps all of us safe and healthy and successful?
Definitely. I mean, young people are bringing an energy that is so needed. We're not just fighting against Trump in this election. We're fighting for what is the proactive, positive agenda that we are going to offer, and we're going to give to the next generation who comes up after us. This was really literally seeing the torch being passed. I mean, I was so excited to see my brother Maxwell, sister Jasmine speaking, lifting up our generation, lifting up younger voices of color, lifting up voices from the South, Texas, and Florida. And, we come from Tennessee. I mean, it was beautiful to see. And, Republicans like to joke that we're the party of woke. And I wanted to say, yes, we are awoken to their, Project 2025 agenda, trying to bring us back to 1955. And we're saying, absolutely not. We're not going back. We're going to fight with everything we have, because this nation is ours too. And we're not going to cede it to their extremism. Because when history looks down on this time, we want to say we were on the right side of history. And when our children and grandchildren ask, we're going to say we did the right thing on our watch to make this nation live up to what it says on paper, and to create a multiracial democracy in the face of the fascism that Trump and his MAGA extremists, like my colleagues here in Tennessee, are trying to offer to this nation.
Quickly before I have to let you go, I did want to note, as somebody who was watching it being covered all week, I saw myself there, literally. When you compare it to the RNC, you look at the faces. They were young and old, and in between. They were Asian and Hispanic and Black and white and Native American. I mean, it was literally all of America reflected there. That is the message that is saying from the Democratic Party, is it not? That this is a big tent, and we're welcoming everybody to join in.
That is exactly it, Kate. I'm getting goosebumps, because that is something emotional to see that this is what America is. This is our nation. And, when we look at the two visions, you have the RNC, which represents a less diverse, that is afraid of diversity, that held signs about hate against immigrants. And yet our DNC was rooted in this vision to say that we are a beautiful fusion melting pot coalition of America. That's what makes this nation so beautiful, is that people can come together who are multiracial, multi-generational, multi-faith, people who are from different socioeconomic, and come together and say, we want to fight to make this nation better, because we want the future generations to know that when it came to our watch, we did everything that we could to make it so that it was a nation worthy of giving to the next generation. So I saw some young kids there. I met a young man, I think he's 12, Noah, who was there covering the convention. I was just so excited to meet him, and he was speaking to all the folks there and talking about what he believes, and what his excitement is about being at this convention. And so I think we must continue to lift up young voices, and I hope next convention we continue to see more young voices centered and continue to see a more a message that diversity is not something to be afraid of to those Trump extremists, but diversity is something to be celebrated. And so thank you so much, Katie.
Tennessee State Representative Justin Jones, thank you for getting us started and for uplifting all of us this weekend. It's good to see you.